see the other hand.
And what she thinks is a routine traffic stop
You have your ID?
Nah, I don't know, man.
turns into a fight for her life in the blink of an eye. March 6th, 2006, Austin, Texas. It's 3 p.m. and Officer Brenda Bermudez is starting off her shift with the Austin Police Department. Because of Officer Bermudez's current job, we've been asked not to show her face.
They provide us with any updates, briefings of what might have occurred in the prior shift or the night before.
Officer Gabriel Padilla is a rookie in the same squad, also starting his shift at the same time. They've been working together for just 8 months, and Padilla considers Officer Bermudez his confidant and mentor.
I saw Brenda, and we did the usual. We checked out equipment, joked around a little bit, made fun of each other.
We were like family.
It's a typical shift, according to Bermudez. She takes some calls, one of them a complaint from a man who says he's had his car stolen.
I'll never forget because the owner of the vehicle said, "You can't miss my car." It has on the side of the window, it says fat t-shirts with a PH for the fats part. It was written in with shoe polish.
A few hours later, just after midnight, Bermudez is out doing traffic enforcement. She clocks a car doing 48 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. He pulls into a parking lot.
44, we're now at 2410 East Riverside. 10-4 still advising? 10-4. All right, let me see the other hand. Where y'all going? Where y'all coming from?
Right here, my mom's house.
Officer Bermudez thinks the driver might be impaired, so she radios for backup.
I noticed his eyes were really glassy.
That's where I'm going right now, to my mom's house right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you know where it's at, right?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
I knew the driver. I recognized his face. I just couldn't remember his name.
You have your ID?
Nah, I don't know, man.
Okay. How come you don't have your ID with you?
I remember I barely got out.
You barely got out from where?
Yeah, they do.
Then it hits her.
Wait a minute. This is Armando Torres.
Torres is a known felon in the area and previously assaulted Bermudez while resisting arrest in 2005.
I wasn't injured. I get into a lot of altercations when I'm trying to restrain people.
I'm sorry, man. A speed limit or something?
Yeah, you were going 48 in the 30.
I'm sorry, man.
Just as it all comes back to her, Officer Bermudez remembers something else, too.
Whose car is it?
I looked back to the rear side window, and I noticed white writing. It had fat t-shirts. And when I saw that, I remembered that several hours prior, a complainant had tried to report his vehicle stolen.
Send me my 75. It's the vehicle that was missing earlier.
The driver overhears her radio call, and the situation is about to go downhill fast.
Was missing earlier? What do you mean missing earlier?
Officer Bermudez sees the driver going for something. She thinks a weapon, so she reaches her arm into the car, and the driver panics.
Okay, but loosen your arm. Loosen your arm.
What are you doing, man?
Okay, just loosen your arm. Loosen your arm.
I know, I am.
Okay.
I knew that if I didn't take action, the possibility that he could come out and assault me or kill me was pretty great.
From there, the situation escalates further when the driver takes off with Officer Bermudez still reaching inside the car.
All I remember is hearing the engine rev really loud, and the car began to accelerate really fast, and I'm unable to come out of the vehicle.
It's a moment of sheer terror for Bermudez, and one that is still hard for her to talk about.
And I remember thinking that if this vehicle runs over me, I'm probably gonna die.
We can't see it on dash cam, but the driver jerks the car to the right.
I remember getting thrown onto the pavement, and then I remember feeling the back tire running over my leg.
At that instant, 2 officers who heard the call on the radio arrive on the scene.
I remember 2 female officers yelling my name. Brenda, keep breathing. Brenda, stay with me, stay with me. I thought I had heard, don't die. And at that moment, I started kind of wondering if my legs were gone.
Another officer gives chase and captures it all on his dash cam. Officer Bermudez is still conscious and glad to know the officer in pursuit is her buddy, Gabriel Padilla.
I couldn't make the police car go any faster than what I was already going. So many emotions were running through my head and I didn't know how bad it was.
Eagle turn left on Willow Creek. Southbound.
I thought she was dead.
He's stopping. Eagle stopping this way.
The suspect jumps out of the stolen car and now he's on the run.
Hey! Stop! Hey! Stop! Hey! Stop!
While the passenger casually walks away from the scene, Officer Padilla goes after Torres.
So I gave chase through the creek. I caught up to him and he gave up and he surrendered himself. He lay down on the ground and I had him at gunpoint.
Yeah, I'll get on the ground. Here, put the gun. Popeye. I do got the driver. Don't move! Keep your hands down at your side!
Officer Bermudez is rushed to the hospital. She has no broken bones, but she does need surgery on both knees. Her recuperation is slow, but eventually she makes a full recovery. Armando Torres pleads guilty to felony aggravated assault of a public servant and is sentenced to 20 years behind bars. For Officer Bermudez, it's a traumatic day for sure, but amazingly, one that has not changed her outlook on her chosen profession.
I took this job for a reason, because I could help people. I also took this job to make sure that I could do whatever I could to try to stop people from harming.